YouTube recommendations drive 70% of what we watch on the platform. So even though YouTube is the world's second largest search engine, most of the views you're getting are not coming from the YouTube search bar. So if you want to hit massive growth on your channel, then it's in your best interest to understand how to get into the YouTube recommendation system. There's a few things that will help you to understand about YouTube's recommendation system in the first place. And the first thing on that list is that YouTube is trying to get people to overall increase the amount of time they spend watching YouTube. The longer they spend on the platform watching your videos, the more ads YouTube can serve the viewer, and in turn, the more money you and YouTube make. Because of the emphasis on viewing session time, YouTube is trying to serve up as many relevant results as possible every single day. While you're watching YouTube, the videos alongside in the suggestion feed are all very relevant and aligned to the content you're currently watching. The YouTube algorithm here is just trying to determine if these are the videos that are going to keep you watching. Now, YouTube recommendations appear in two different places. They are on the home feed, and of course, they are in the up next section as you're watching a video actively on YouTube. And understanding the factors that help build these lists in the first place will help you capitalize on them. Before we dive into that though, let me explain what I mean when I say session, because that's going to be important. Say you open YouTube on your phone. As soon as you start watching a video, what you've just done is begun a watch session. Now that session can last anywhere between one video or 1 and a dozen videos. It's however long you spend on YouTube from the time you open the app and started watching videos. If you leave the app and then come back an hour later, you've just started another session. The reason this is so important to understand is because YouTube is going to surface videos to you similar to the ones that you watched in a given session. And another way they build out suggestions is showing you videos that are similar to ones you generally watch. And then of course, suggestions can also be dictated by videos you've watched way in the past. So as a creator, capitalizing on the suggestion feeds are going to help you in a number of ways, and they're all obvious. They're going to get you more views, they're going to get you more subscribers, they're going to get you more exposure in general. By now, you might be asking, how could a smaller channel get into the YouTube recommendation system? I want in, I want a piece. Well, it just so happens that depending on where you're at in your YouTube journey, you could end up having your video show up in the home feed immediately after you publish, or it could honestly take months. The reason being though is YouTube just simply doesn't have enough data yet to understand who this video should go to in the first place. That's why sometimes you'll jump on YouTube and see older videos surfacing on the home feed alongside newer videos that have been created by more established channels. These larger channels are having their videos surface a lot quicker because they've just given YouTube a lot of data over time. But let's talk about how you can stack the deck in your favor. The steps I'm about to cover are in no particular order, and you can tackle these as you grow on YouTube and continue creating content and gaining experience. But the first one we're going to talk about is having the best intro you possibly can in every single video. Start with a really strong hook and include eye-catching visuals or something surprising. You'll also want to clarify what your video is about straight away and give the audience confidence that they clicked on the proper video. And then reveal a little bit about what you're going to be talking about later on in the video. Now, I would caution you not to get too wordy here. It really depends on what you're covering, but my advice has always been to reveal as much as you can in your intro, get people as hooked as possible, but also keep it as short as possible too. Another thing that can help you out a lot is increasing engagement on all of your videos. You as a viewer, when you watch something on YouTube, your brain releases a whole ton of chemicals, right? Not a scientist, just saying. When you get what you want on YouTube, whether it's to be informed or entertained, your brain is firing off all kinds of fun chemicals. So you click like and maybe you even leave a comment talking about how fantastic the video was. The punch of these chemicals is going to recede over time though, and you as the viewer are going to want more. So what happens? You click on another video. Your session time is going to increase, and then even when you take a break, YouTube's hope is that you're going to come back an hour later for more. And that naturally leads into a discussion about watch time. Of course, the more you can get people to watch on YouTube, the more ads YouTube can serve, which benefits YouTube, of course, and it benefits you. So YouTube is going to reward videos and reward creators who are able to capitalize on that and create as much watch time as possible. And if you're trying to do that already and you've heard all these tips before, this next one might be something you haven't heard before. And that is, if you can interlink your videos together using playlists, end screens, and pinned comments, you're going to have a much easier time growing on YouTube. As an example, if you make a video about topic X and a viewer gets all the way through it it's in your best interest to pitch them another video that is also about topic X. Stick around to the end of this video for an example, but one of the things you can do is use an end screen to specifically point at one video and tell people a little bit about why they should watch it. And you can also go into older videos, go into the comment section and pin a comment at the very top, which moves people to another video about video X. And then of course, topic X needs to all go into one cohesive playlist. Doing all of these steps will help you not only increase your watch time across your channel, but when a person decides to start a YouTube watch session, hopefully they spend that entire session on your channel. That's the goal with plugging videos in different end screens, pinned comments, playlists, etc. To tip that first domino though, you need a good title. Focusing on optimizing your titles is going to help YouTube understand what your video is about and who it's for. This is your opportunity to try and rank really high for a particular keyword or keyword phrase. And if you're struggling with titles, I want to point you to our AI title generator. Try plugging in a phrase that describes your video and then click Get Title Ideas. Our AI title generator is going to give you a whole bunch of ideas for highly engaging titles. And even free users have some limited access to this tool. The links are down below. But there's one more thing we need to talk about, and that's thumbnails. You can have a great title, but if your thumbnail isn't clickable, that's also going to hold you back. When you're getting started optimizing your thumbnail, one of the things you can try doing is basically making a visualized version of your title. You do want to create a dynamic, well-designed image, but from my own experience, you don't have to be a graphic designer to make great thumbnails. What you need to be able to do is communicate something using just a picture, an idea. What is your video about? Don't let your viewers think for a second. When they see your title and they see your thumbnail, they should understand what they're gonna get when they click. As your channel grows, you can kind of create a brand for your thumbnails by making them all look similar in some kind of way. It is important to have your thumbnail design stay consistent across your channel for your returning viewers. The best advice I can give you is to go to the top channels in your niche and try and understand and study what it is they're doing in their thumbnails, especially for their most successful videos. You would be really surprised at what you can learn by just taking a step back and seeing what's working for other creators. All of that stuff is super important. I would say those are the most important steps, but we can also talk a little bit about how you can get ranked in search as well. So let's talk about optimizing your metadata, starting with the description. One of the best things you can do is have 1 to 3 sentences that are at the very top of the description that describe your video. Below all of that, you can include additional information, links, affiliate links, whatever you want. As you're creating your description though, be thinking about the keyword and keyword phrases that you're trying to rank for in search. Not only do you want to include this in your description in as many ways as possible, that makes sense anyway, you also want to be thinking about this for your tags as well. A lot of creators will use about 4 to 6 tags in every single video, and those are just the generic tags that describe all of their videos and their channel. From there, one thing you can do with your tags is include common misspellings for the keywords you're trying to rank for, and then just the main phrases you would like to appear for when someone's typing in the search bar. But the number one way to get into the YouTube recommendation system is jumping on an existing trend. People ask us all the time, how do you even find trends? I'm gonna try and break this down for you as simply as possible. Finding trends on YouTube doesn't have to be hard. All you need to do is pay attention to what's going on in the world. Squid Game on Netflix is the best example I could possibly give you for this. By the time we got around to making a video telling you that, hey, Squid Game is a trend and you should totally jump on it, people had already jumped on it. We saw this trending and we took time to figure out what this meant for people on YouTube and how we can best capitalize on it. But in the time it takes us to jump on a trend and make a video about it, alerting you to it, you could have found it yourself just by hanging out on Twitter or Reddit or YouTube itself. When a huge amount of people is suddenly all excited at once about a massive topic, don't wait for people like me to tell you to make a video on it. Just find a way to make a video on that topic that fits in with your style and the type of content that you make. Squid Game is an old example now, so I'm not telling you to make a video on Squid Game, but what I want you to do is research all the different videos that are on YouTube about Squid Game. Try and figure out just how many niches made videos around Squid Game and look at the ways that they capitalized on the trend. You can find Squid Game videos that range from Mr. Beast recreating all the games himself, to gaming videos that incorporate it in different ways, to cooking channels. All types of channels capitalized on Squid Game in their own way. The biggest mistake you can make is waiting on a trend to come by that happens to fit with the type of channel that you already have. If you're a channel that gives tips on how to mow lawns faster, and you really want to capitalize on Squid Game, but you don't know what to do, just take out your lawnmower and draw the logo in your grass. Find new trends, find fun ways to incorporate them into your content. Once you have that trending idea and you're looking to turn it into a video, it's important to take the right steps so that video has the best chance of turning into a viral success for your channel. And this video is going to help you through that process step by step. So go ahead, click this, and help with my session watch time.